here yet again in Providence, Rhode Island for this exciting tag team tournament. This is round 4. Sorry, round 5, right? Yeah, round 5. And we're getting down to the nitty gritty, and kicking things off is the return of the former PA tag team champions as Mason the Hammer and Anthony the Submission Hunter Adele make their way to the ring. The Adele boys, 2/3, with more on the way, with their Tron going in the background. Mason the Hammer, Anthony Adele, they are sports prodigies out of Florida. Doesn't matter what the sport is, they excel at all of it. So of course they're going to be part of this tag team tournament, and this is their return to our shows. It's a little bit of a hiatus since the injury is sustained by the World's End. May get a little bit of retribution here. Anthony Adele and Mason Adele look very focused here. The two eldest of the Adeles getting ready for this contest. Remember folks, these were all drawn at random, and including which rounds people showed up at. Oh boy, check this out. So we got a returning star, but unfortunately due to the stipulations injected by my son and I, you must be a living individual in order to be part of the tag team tournament. So making their way to the ring, David Spade and Dana Carvey. They are the Fly on the Wall podcast, ladies and gentlemen. David Spade has been part of this tournament in the past, as he and Chris Farley, known as High Voltage, are a very accomplished tag team here on this show. Of course, this is Dana Carvey is no stranger to our tag team division as well. Spade and Carvey, two of the most iconic SNL cast members and comedians of modern time. Both individuals leading components in the comedies of the 90s and the 80s. Carvey, most known for his roles as Garth Algar, Turtle Man, and the Church Lady. Of course, David Spade, countless roles, mostly associated with Chris Farley, the late great. Dana Carvey draws a short straw going up against Anthony Adele, and this thing is on. And it's been a little while since the Adeles have been in action, so it should be interesting to see how this is going to play out. Former PA tag team champions, as Anthony Adele now starts things off with Garth, Dana Carvey. Don't let Dana Carvey fool you, folks. He's tougher than he looks. As is a tag to the Hammer himself, and it is now time. It is Hammer time, folks. And Mason's not going to be playing around as a knee to the side of the temple. And Dana Carvey, springboard, right kick there. Going to work on the knee. The Hammer not playing games today. Going to work on the knee of Dana Carvey. Dana Carvey, David Spade have their own podcast, ladies and gentlemen, The Fly on the Wall. Very entertaining podcast, talking about comedians and time in SNL. Very interesting. As Mason not caring too much that David Spade looks on, dropping Dana Carvey atop the top rope. Garth, of course, now pursuing his character as I'm wondering if Dana Carvey, when he was coming out, was trying to do his very famous George Bush. And Mason the Hammer going for a submission, going for the arm bar. The Adele boys excel in submission wrestling, in jiu-jitsu, as well as everything else that they do. Dana Carvey trying to get some offense in, but the Hammer not having any of it. Speaking of hammers, some hammer fists to the face and to the cover. David Spade hasn't even got in the ring, and he's not going to get to. The Adele boys looking to make a statement in their return, and they would love to get their BA Tag Team titles back. And a good way to do that is by winning this tournament. But they got a long ahead. This is the opening contest of round 5. Already advancing are people that the Adeles are very familiar with, including the current BA Tag Team champions, the Stritzel Fight Club. Mason and Carter Stritzel have already advanced, as has Henry and Hyro Menya, the Menya boys, who are also familiar with the Adele boys.